For my logo, I've decided to go for something simple as my film was only a low-budget film. Therefore, I didn't want to have an amazing logo that would stood out, which then wouldn't go with the rest of the film. I thought 21st Century Production was a good choice as we live in the 21st century and the film is about the modern world. I've decided to go for a relationship between two girls because you don't get that in films very often. Therefore, I feel like that could interest people and possibly attract more audience. I've used 3 different locations. The first one was in my house because I wanted to show how the outdoor, any indoor setting changes the footage. Then the second location was on the beach. I thought that would be a good place because it shows I made an effort to actually get out of the camera and didn't just go for the simple option. Finally, I had my last shoot outside my house, which was right near the sea. I wanted to do it in the evening time to show the different times throughout the film opening. I found it very difficult choosing a soundtrack for my film opening because I had to choose something that wouldn't have any copyrights. So I have found a very good website which had a lot of material that could be used for film editing, and I came across one which I thought suited my opening very well. I feel like my film represents more than just one social group. One of them would be the gay people, and then because I have older people in as well, I feel like I have their opinion on the gay people relationships. I didn't want to make a stereotype of lesbian girls which would be a manly look. Therefore, I've asked my actors to wear normal clothing, which would be something they would wear every day. For my older actors, I thought I would ask them to wear something smart because then that would clearly show that they are their parents and that they represent the adults in my film opening. Because my film opening was a low-budget film, I felt like I wouldn't have a chance with the bigger film productions. However, I realised the genre of the film I have gone for, which is romance tragedy, is quite popular nowadays, and the storyline is easy to understand. Therefore, I feel like maybe they would approve my film opening. My top film production, which I would consider for my film opening, would be Universal Studios, because they've done a lot of similar films to mine, for example, Charlie St. Cloud, Endless Love, or Savages. I could also see the film being released on DVD as it's something people would want to watch on a Sunday morning, and the narrative is very easy to follow. When I originally planned my film opening, I thought my target audience would be young adults between the age of 18 and 25. However, now when I look at my finished film opening, it seems like it could appeal to all the audience as well as the young ones. Also, because I have raised a very important issue in my film opening, which is the sexual orientation, I feel like maybe gay people audience would also enjoy the film as it shows that there is many ways of showing love, not just the male-female relationships. I've also asked a few people to watch my film opening, and then I asked them a few questions about what they thought of it. So what do you think about the film opening?
I think it has a storyline that can be perceived in different ways, so it's very exciting.
What target audience do you think it's aimed at?
It has a broad range of characters, so I think it appeals across the board.
Is there anything I should improve on for next time, or?
I think during the end of the first part of the movie, the guy's shirt was striped and it was going in and out of focus quite a lot, so I think maybe the shirt should be a different colour.
Does it make you want to watch the rest of the film?
Yes, because I have my own story of how I think it's going to pan out, and I'd like to see how it actually does finish, so yes, it does.
What about the music? Do you think it goes with the film opening?
The music builds up to a climax, so it makes you want to find out what's going to happen in the end, so it's very, very exciting, yes.
And what about the footage?
The character connects with the audience by making a lot of eye contact with the camera, so yes, very good. One area that could be improved is at the end the camera's a bit shaky, so that could be improved on.
I filmed my film opening with the EOS 500D camera, which is good enough to produce something that maybe won't be an amazing quality but will still allow me to end up with something that will be satisfying as well as enjoyable to watch. I wanted my footage to look as good as it can, so when I was filming it I also played with the settings a little bit. For example, I've changed the brightness and I've made sure I've adjusted the lens manuals as it allowed me to have the picture more in focus and to have depth and field, which made the footage look better. I've used Adobe Premiere to edit my film opening. I've used Cross Dissolve for the change between the titles. I thought it would make a smooth change between the images. When I was doing my preliminary tasks, my camera skills weren't that good, as I've never done anything to do with media before I joined major AS course. Whereas now I feel like I have gained a lot of experience in filming, editing, etc. I've learned how to use a camera with confidence, and also because between the preliminary task and the film opening process, I've learned a lot about different shots, camera angles, which has helped me to make my film opening look more professional, which would hopefully help me gain more marks, as I will show how I've improved since I've done my preliminary task. I also feel that I have used my knowledge about the films I've studied and any institutions we have covered in the preparation lessons in order to create something that would be approved by big film industries.